into, unbelievably so, and you know most of this, into heroin addiction, because heroin is cheaper to buy on the street than are those pain medications. I was in Chillicothe one day doing a roundtable on this issue in the city, it was a farm roundtable, and I said to somebody, I said, how hard is it to buy heroin in Chillicothe? And somebody said, you know, the McDonald's out in 23? I said, yeah. He said, well, go out there and just walk around for 30 seconds and just kind of look around. Somebody will come up to you. So this society has a problem, and it's a problem that's probably hurt rural America more than it's hurt any place else, but it's everywhere. I mean, it may have started in sort of Scioto, Adams, Brown, maybe Claremont as far west as that, but certainly that part of the state. The drugs originally apparently came from Florida and up 23 or up, so whatever, and it's urban, it's suburban, it's rural, it's small town, it's virtually every community, and we obviously have to pay a lot more attention to this. The article said overdoses are churning through agricultural pockets of America like a plow through soil. Last year, I worked with Senator Portman on what's called the CARE Act, Comprehensive Addiction Recovery Act, and the 21st Century Cures Act. These bills, they helped. They didn't go far enough in investing real resources to treat this epidemic. They were good first steps.
A lot of that's because of Canada. We send a lot of exports there. Also, with these countries, just 10% of the world, we have a trade surplus. Barely, but we have a trade surplus. With the rest of the world combined, we have a trade deficit, substantial, over $500 million. So when you're talking about trade, I think you have to keep in mind the fact that, you know, we have the opportunity here to expand exports with trade agreements that are good trade agreements. We ought to do that. If they're bad trade agreements, obviously we shouldn't sign them. And we got to be very careful not to say, you know, the problem with trade is the fact that, and the trade deficit is the fact that we have trade agreements, because the trade agreements are not the problem. The biggest trade deficit, of course, is with China. And we don't have a trade agreement with them. When you have a trade agreement, you have an opportunity to open markets more. So anyway, that's part of the current debate in Washington, and I appreciate the fact that the Farm Bureau in Ohio and nationally has said, yeah, let's be sure we do expand exports, but also understanding that we need to have this level playing field, because I've taken a leadership role on that too, and I will continue to, protecting, particularly in Ohio, our manufacturing workers.